Money builds walls, but vision builds worlds. Some chase luxury for comfort, others chase it for power. But one man has turned his back on it all. In a world where billionaires sleep under golden ceilings and drive fleets of cars worth small countries, Elon Musk, the world's richest man, chooses to live in a $10 million mansion that barely fits a dinner table. But don't be fooled. Behind that modest door lies a story that redefines what it means to be rich and what it truly means to live free. Welcome to Inside the $10 million Mansion of Elon Musk. Luxury has always been the loudest language of wealth. Across continents and generations, the richest people in the world have built monuments to their success. Not just homes, but empires of marble and memory. Each mansion is a mirror, reflecting not just money, but meaning. From the royal palaces of Europe to the futuristic castles of Silicon Valley, the question remains, what does home mean when you already own the world? Let's travel through 10 of the most extraordinary residences ever built, before ending in Texas, where Elon Musk quietly changed the entire definition of luxury itself. Buckingham Palace. In the heart of London, behind towering iron gates, stands Buckingham Palace, perhaps the most recognizable home on Earth. Spanning more than 830,000 square feet, it's not just a palace, it's a living museum of British history. Every room tells a story. The grand ballroom glows with golden chandeliers, each crystal reflecting centuries of power. The throne room, where kings and queens have stood for over 250 years, holds the weight of an empire that once ruled half the world. Even the gardens stretch across 40 acres, a private world within a city of millions. Valued at over $5 billion, Buckingham isn't just a home. It's an institution, where every hallway echoes with tradition, and every wall breathes the burden of leadership. For most, it's a fantasy. For the monarch, it's duty disguised as luxury. Istana Nurul Iman. Now, we journey to Brunei, a land of rivers, rainforest, and royalty. Here sits Istana Nurul Iman, the Sultan's residence, which translates to Palace of the Light of Faith. It's the largest residential palace in the world, 2.15 million square feet of pure opulence. The palace holds 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms, and a banquet hall large enough to seat 5,000 guests. The domes are plated in gold. The chandeliers sparkle with imported crystals. And when night falls, the entire complex glows, a golden city rising from the jungle. The Sultan, one of the world's wealthiest royals, even has a garage filled with 7,000 cars, from Ferraris to Rolls-Royces, an empire on wheels. Here, luxury isn't an accessory. It's a birthright, a statement that some dynasties still live in the golden age. Antilia. Next, we climb 27 stories into the clouds of Mumbai, India, where one of the most expensive homes in modern history stands tall. Antilia, owned by Mukesh Ambani. This is no ordinary skyscraper. It's a $2 billion vertical mansion, engineered to survive earthquakes and built to outshine the skyline itself. Inside, there are 3 helipads, a 168-car garage, a private cinema, and even a snow room where artificial snowflakes fall in the middle of tropical India. Every floor has a unique theme, from crystal ceilings to hand-woven carpets flown in from Persia. But beyond its extravagance, Antilia symbolizes something deeper. A shift in luxury from horizontal to vertical, from royal palaces to sky mansions. It's the new face of 21st century wealth, bold, unapologetic, and built to be seen from space. Villa Leopolda. On the glittering French Riviera, overlooking the Sea of Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, sits Villa Leopolda, once the retreat of kings, now a playground for billionaires. Built in 1902 by King Leopold II of Belgium, it's now worth nearly $750 million. Its 11 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, and lush terraces seem modest at first, until you realize the property sprawls across 18 acres of manicured paradise. Over 50 gardeners maintain its legendary grounds, filled with olive trees and lemon groves that perfume the air with timeless sweetness. The villa has seen it all, from royal banquets to World War II occupation, to Hollywood's elite sipping champagne under Mediterranean sunsets. It's not just a house, it's a legend carved into the hillside. The one, Los Angeles Monument. Now, we head west to Los Angeles, the city where dreams are built on hills and sold in square feet. Here stands the once labeled the most expensive modern home ever built, with an eye-watering price tag of $500 million. This 105,000 square foot mega mansion was the brainchild of developer Nile Miami, an attempt to build not just a house, but a monument to excess. It featured 42 bathrooms, 21 bedrooms, a nightclub, a private cinema, a bowling alley, and even a moat that wrapped around the property like a billionaire's drawbridge. But as grandeur rose, greed followed. The project drowned in debt and lawsuits before being auctioned off for less than half its value. A poetic reminder that in the pursuit of luxury, sometimes, the biggest house can hide the emptiest dream. Villa Les Cèdres. Nestled along the Mediterranean coast of Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat is Villa Les Cèdres, a masterpiece built in 1830 and valued around $450 million. Once owned by King Leopold II, the same monarch behind Villa Leopolda, Les Cèdres is elegance incarnate. It features 14 bedrooms, a ballroom, a stable for 30 horses, and a library filled with 3,000 rare books, including a 1,640 edition of Botanica. The estate's botanical gardens, 35 acres in total, contain over 14,000 plant species and are said to be among the finest in Europe. Every stone whispers history. Every path feels like walking through time. It's less a mansion, more a living museum, where art, nature, and history merge into something beyond luxury, immortality. Les Palais Bulls. Just along the French coastline sits one of the strangest and most spectacular homes ever built. Les Palais Bulls, or the Bubble Palace. Designed by Hungarian architect Antti Lovag, this futuristic mansion was later purchased by fashion designer Pierre Cardin. It's worth around $390 million, but money barely captures its essence. The home is made up of 1,200 circular forms, joined like soap bubbles overlooking the sea. Inside, everything curves: the walls, the windows, the furniture, creating a fluid, otherworldly sense of space. It has 10 suites, a massive outdoor amphitheater, and panoramic views of the French Riviera. It's the definition of living art, a sculpture you can sleep in, a vision of freedom that feels like a dream made solid. Odeon Tower penthouse. Now we rise to the top, literally. The Odeon Tower penthouse in Monaco is one of the highest, most exclusive residences on Earth. Valued around $330 million, this penthouse sits 560 feet above the sea and offers 360-degree views of one of the richest cities in the world. It includes a rooftop infinity pool connected by a private water slide, because why walk to your pool when you can glide into it from your living room? Every inch, from marble floors to custom glass walls, screams perfection. Here, luxury isn't loud, it's elevated, a quiet statement that you've reached the top, both literally and financially. The home, Regent's Park. Back in London, the home at Regent's Park sits hidden behind manicured hedges and black iron gates. Valued at over $250 million, it's one of Britain's most expensive private residences. The mansion combines classic Georgian design with ultra-modern interiors, vast reception halls, gold-trimmed staircases, and underground leisure complexes, complete with spas and cinemas. It's part of the so-called Billionaire's Row, where every address tells a deep story of global wealth flowing into London's old heart. Here, privacy is the ultimate status symbol, and money, merely the entry ticket. Elon Musk's anti-mansion. And now, the twist. After all the gold, glass, and grandeur, we arrive in Boca Chica, Texas. Here, near the SpaceX Starbase launch site, sits Elon Musk's home, a small, foldable structure built by a company called Boxable. At first glance, it doesn't look like a billionaire's mansion. It looks like a modern cabin, about 400 square feet, made from steel, concrete, and insulation panels. It has one bedroom, a bathroom, a compact kitchen, and a small living space. But what makes it worth $10 million isn't the structure. It's the land, the privacy, and the symbolism. This is where Musk lives while running SpaceX, surrounded by rockets and prototypes for Mars colonization. He once tweeted, "I've sold almost all my physical possessions, will own no house." And he meant it. He sold his Los Angeles mansions, worth over $100 million combined, and chose simplicity instead, focusing entirely on his mission to make life multiplanetary. To Elon Musk, the greatest luxury isn't comfort, it's freedom. The freedom to move lightly, think clearly, and live with purpose. His house isn't just a home, it's a metaphor. While other billionaires build palaces for the present, Musk is building for the future, not on Earth, but on Mars. Inside this minimalist home, surrounded by desert wind and rocket smoke, Musk sketches plans that could one day make human civilization interplanetary. And perhaps that's the ultimate irony. That the man who dreams of galaxies chooses to live in a box. From Buckingham's golden gates to Brunei's glittering domes, from Antilia's glass tower to Villa Leopolda's endless gardens, we've seen what luxury has looked like for centuries. But Elon Musk's $10 million mansion reminds us of something rare, that luxury can evolve. To Elon, real wealth isn't in marble floors or private jets. It's in the ability to let go, to choose purpose over possessions, impact over image. Maybe the richest man in the world isn't showing us how to live bigger, but how to live better. When your dreams are as vast as the stars, even the smallest home can hold an entire universe. Which was your favorite million-dollar house? Drop it in the comment section. Also, remember to like, follow, and subscribe for more interesting details about Elon Musk.